Can politicians truly change the world, or are they mere puppets in a grander scheme? Let's ponder this. We often attribute great power to politicians. We believe they can shape our world, make or break our futures. But is their power real, or is it an illusion? Now consider this. The world as we know it is under the rule of a higher power, not a benevolent deity but a force of darkness, Satan. He pulls the strings and the world dances to his tune. Politicians, despite their best intentions, despite their promises of change and progress, are ultimately playing their part in his grand design. They may make waves, but they can't still the ocean. They can't defeat the enemy they don't acknowledge. They may not even realize that their power is borrowed, their influence fleeting. But remember, even the most powerful politician can't stand up to Satan, the ruler of this world. What does it mean to be friends with the world? And why is it a dangerous path to tread? Imagine a road diverging in two directions. One path is paved with worldly friendships, filled with materialistic pursuits, and the promise of power and recognition. The other path, less traveled, is the path of spiritual truth and righteousness. The Bible, in James chapter 4, verse 4, warns us about the dangers of the first path. It states, "Adulteresses, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Whoever, therefore, wants to be a friend of the world is making himself an enemy of God." This admonishment is especially pertinent to politicians whose ambitions often lie in worldly friendships and alliances. They may, with all good intentions, believe they are serving their people, but by aligning themselves with worldly systems, they might unknowingly be distancing themselves from God. So, in their pursuit of worldly friendships, are politicians unknowingly becoming enemies of God? What if there's a kingdom that will never be destroyed, a kingdom ruled by the ultimate authority? Picture this, a government not of man but of divine origin, ruling from heaven over the earth. This is the kingdom of God as described in the book of Daniel, a kingdom that will stand the test of time and outlast all earthly kingdoms. It's a kingdom of justice and righteousness, where evil has no place. It's not subject to corruption or the whims of fallible human leaders. And who is chosen to rule this eternal kingdom? None other than Jesus Christ himself. Imagine a world under such leadership, where peace and harmony prevail, where suffering and injustice are things of the past. That's the promise of God's kingdom. Indeed, no matter the political power or worldly authority, nothing can compare to the divine rule of God's kingdom. Remember, only God's kingdom will stand forever, crushing all others. How has Satan deceived people through religion, and what is the real fate of our souls after death? Let's take a moment to unravel these mysteries. False religion has spread the belief in an immortal soul, a notion that directly contradicts biblical teachings. Ecclesiastes 9:5 tells us, "For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing at all, nor do they have any more reward, because all memory of them is forgotten." This verse clearly states that when we die, we go into a deep sleep, devoid of consciousness or reward. We do not possess an immortal soul that continues to live on after our physical death. It's a deception, a false teaching that has misled many, and yet there is hope. Jesus Christ came to earth with a mission to restore everlasting life to us. His teachings and actions stand as a bulwark against the deceptions of false religion. False religion has deceived many, but the truth remains: we do not have an immortal soul. So where should we place our faith? In men or in a higher power? The answer to this question is pivotal in shaping our spiritual journey. The Bible, in Revelation 21 verse 3, provides a profound insight. It foretells a time when God's home will be among his people, bringing with it a wealth of blessings. Imagine a world where every tear is wiped away, where death, sorrow, crying and pain are things of the past. This is the promise of God's kingdom, a promise that is trustworthy and true. Men, no matter how well-intentioned, are fallible. Their power is limited and transient, but God's kingdom, ruled by Jesus Christ, will stand forever. It offers a hope that transcends the temporal, reaching into the realm of the eternal. In conclusion, stop putting your faith in men. Look towards Jesus and God's kingdom, for only they can bring true change and blessings.